Now, yesterday one news is there. Have you noticed it? The by-elections in Kerala for 2 seats. One in Chavara and other is in Kuttanad. Have you noticed it? The election commission,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, declared the date. It may be in November, the two election. That is by-election because in the two places, the by-election is due to the death of the MLAs, Kuttanad and Chavara. So it will be in November. That is the latest news related to this election in Kerala. Then, okay, the last class we discussed about electoral constituency. What do you mean by a constituency? Constituency. Okay, Adil, no problem.
Small pieces of land.
Small.
From there we elect the people.
That means, as a definition, how we will say? Suppose this is India. Not suppose this is India, okay? So before the election, how many seats are there to Lok Sabha election? Lok Sabha, how many people are there in the Lok Sabha?
543.
Louder.
543.
543. Total 543 elections are for 543 seats we will held election for the Lok Sabha. So the whole country, suppose this is India, the whole country is divided into 543 constituencies. The country is divided into 543 constituencies, and from each of this constituency we are electing a representative. So constituencies means as Rifa said, it is a small piece of land, but how we will say, for the purpose of election, the whole country is divided into different areas. A constituency means it's a particular area based on its population. The country or a state is divided into different areas based on its population. That is an electoral constituency. And from each of these areas, we are selecting an MLA or MP. We are selecting an MP or MLA from each of this constituencies. Suppose this is Kerala. From this Kerala itself, we have 20 constituencies. That means based on the population in Kerala, the state Kerala is divided into 20 constituencies. And from this 20 constituency, we are electing our representative. That is to Lok Sabha. Coming to state legislative assembly, we have 140 seats in Kerala. So the whole Kerala is divided into 140 constituencies. This division is based on the population. On what basis the country or the states are dividing? It is based on the population. Then, so before the purpose of election, the whole country is divided into different constituencies. For the state legislative assemblies, the state is divided into different constituencies, and to the local self bodies, that means either to the village or municipality or corporation, the whole area is divided into different wards. We are using the term ward. As you all know, maybe your all houses have a ward number. Have you noticed it? If you are from a village or municipality, your house have a ward number. It may be in the front. In your house, 64, ward number this. Have you noticed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that is the Lok Sabha, for the local self-government, each village or or a town is divided into several wards. That is same as a constituency. There we are using the term wards, not as constituencies. Urban local bodies also, we are dividing it into different wards. Then another important term related to this process of election is reserved constituencies. Reserved constituency. So once the constituencies are declared and decided, the next step is, before contesting the election, we will divide the country into different constituencies. Then after that only we will go to the process of election. Then we need a voters list when the people will give the nomination. Before giving the nomination, the voters list will be updated. For the recent election, coming election, voters list are updating. I think till 20th, we have the day to update our voters list before the election. Same way, if we're deciding the electoral constituency, some of the constituencies are called as reserved constituency. Have you heard about the term reserved? Reservation. Have you heard about reservation? Reservation.
Yes, ma'am.
Any place have you heard about reservation? Any election, a reserved seat? Not only in election, anywhere have you heard about a reservation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, where? Any example can you say for a reservation?
Forest.
Louder.
Restaurant.
Restaurant reservation is there. Okay. That means some reserved seats are there. Like, okay. Then, any other place?
Train.
Louder. Train reservation is there. Okay.
Plane.
Plane. Okay. Then,
Theater.
theater. What is the speciality of reservation?
Book.
If it is a reserved seat, what is its speciality?
No one can take it.
Except them, no one can take that, right? That's the speciality of a reserved seat. Wherever it is, if a seat is reserved means except that person, no one can occupy that place. Is a speciality of a reserved seat. So what do you mean by a reserved constituency? Constituency we studied. It means before the election, the country is divided into different areas based on its population, and we called it as a constituency. What do you mean by a reserved constituency? Before that, you all heard about NEET exams, JEE and all, right? I think even now many of you are preparing for NEET and all. Oh, every exams, is all the seats are for the open category? Any idea about that, children? Or have you heard about any reservation for any particular community there? In the seat
for SCs and
Ah.
STs.
Yes, Nirupama, for SC, ST we have reservation, right? In the rank list itself, when the rank list is publishing itself, it will be there. From SC, the student will got the first rank. From ST, the student got the first rank. Same way, civil service exam. Not only for that exam, every exams we have some reservations for some particular community. It includes OBC, SC and ST. Mainly this reservation is for OBC, SC and ST. OBC includes so many castes in the Kerala. Same way in the education, when you are going for higher studies, some seats are there for reserved seats are there. That means from special quota, sports quota. That have you heard about that, boys?
Yes.
Some places sports quota are there. To get the admission, you will get seats in some colleges based on your sports excellence. Some places we have, as you said, SC, ST or OBC reservations are there. What is the speciality of these types of reservation? Only a particular candidate from that community will get the seat. If it's a sports quota, a person who is not any other person, that seat will not be given. If no persons are there, that seat will not be filled. It will be kept vacant there. Same way, before the election also, we will keep some constituencies as the reserved constituencies. Reserved means it is also decided to give to some particular communities. Okay, reserved means it is given to some particular community. Only a candidate from that community can become, only a person from that community can become a candidate for election in such type of constituencies. That is a reserved constituency. So reserved constituency means sometimes if it is an open electoral competition. Do you notice why we are giving these reservation for SC or ST community? Why we are giving these types of reservation for such type of people? You never think about that? See, sometimes they are not able to compete with the open category because maybe because of their social economic backgrounds, they are not able to compete with the open category. So we are giving these types of reservation to them. Same way in the election also. Same way in the election also. In open electoral competitions, certain weaker sections of the society may not stand a good chance of winning because of the influence of powerful section. Suppose if the election, this types of weaker session, here by weaker session we are mainly focusing on SC or ST, scheduled caste or scheduled tribe people. They are not able to compete. They are called as the weaker sessions. And not only them, OBC is coming under that. And for women also, they are also coming under the reserved constituencies. So sometimes they are not able to compete with the powerful sessions. So the makers of our constitution prepared a system of reserved constituency for the weaker session. This reserved constituency is mainly for the weaker sections of the society. Our constitution, at the time of framing of our constitution itself, our constitution makers reserved some seats for the weaker sections of the society. And certain constituencies are reserved for the people belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Some seats are reserved for the people from scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. And in Lok Sabha, the seats reserved for SCs are 79. No. At recent, it was not 79, okay? SCs, recently, at present, it was 84. At the time, when the constitution was framed, it was only 79, but now it was 84. And for the scheduled tribes, the seats reserved was 47. That means out of this 543 seats, 84 seats are reserved for scheduled caste people and 47 seats are reserved for scheduled tribe people. And these are in proportion to their population in the total population of the country. So this 84 seats or 47 seats is based on their population. At the time, their population was less, so the seats are also less. When their population is increasing, the constituencies number, the reserved constituencies number will also increase. Same way, some of the states, the seats are reserved for the OBC category also, because they may not house the required resources, education and contact to contest and win the election. Why we are giving these types of reservation to them? Because many of the time they don't have, they lack these types of resources, or they have lack of money, lack of education, or lack of knowledge to participate in the election. And if there is no reserved constituency, they will not get a chance to participate in the election process. So our constitutional makers give them also a chance to participate in the election process. And out of the 543 seats in Lok Sabha, 84 seats are reserved for scheduled caste and 47 seats are reserved for scheduled tribal people. And for the local self bodies, nowadays at the recent election, if you are noticing, you can see that for the local self bodies, local self government, 1/3 of the seats are reserved for women. That is also a reservation. For the local self-government election, 1/3 of the seats are reserved for women. That means only women can become a candidate in such a constituency. Here, 84 seats means this 84 seats, a member from SC, a person who belonging to a scheduled caste only can become a candidate there. No other person can become a candidate there. Same way, the scheduled tribe have 47 seats means a person from scheduled tribe can only become a candidate there. No other person can become a candidate there. That is the speciality of a reserved constituency. Nowadays, for the local self-government election also, we are giving the reservation for the women. 1/3 of the seats are reserved for women in the local self-government election. I think by November, election will be there. So at that time, if you are noticing, you can see that for some particular wards, only women candidates are there. Some particular wards, only women candidates will be there because it is reserved for women. From some particular candidate, only the people belonging to scheduled caste will be there. That is because that particular ward is reserved for scheduled caste. From Kerala also, out of our 140 Lok Sabha, but no scheduled tribe reservation. That's about the reserved constituency. So reserved means the term, if you know children, it is easy to understand. Reserved means it is given to someone. No other person can become a candidate there. In a reserved constituency means these seats are given to the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, OBC or for women. Some seats are reserved for them. Reserved for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, OBC and women. Then why this reservation? Why this reservation? Because at the time of the constitution, the makers of our constitution prepared a system of reserved constituency. For why? For the weaker sections of the society. For the weaker section of the society, we followed the system of reserved constituency. And some constituencies, they are reserved for the people belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. In Lok Sabha, the seats reserved for SCs and STs are 84 and 47. And how we are deciding their seats? Based on their population. Based on their population, we are deciding their seats. Then also some seats are reserved for the other backward classes. And also, why we are giving these types of, and also we will give some seats for women. And also we are reserving some seats for women. Women are getting the reserved seats in only in local self-government. There is no reservation for women in state legislative assembly or Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Their reservation is only in the local self-government. Then, why we are giving these types of reservation to them? Because many of them don't have the resources like education or conduct to conduct and will the election. So we are giving these types of reservation for them to ensure their participation also in the decision making process. Only then we can call it as a democratic country. Democracy means we need the participation of all the people. If we are not giving any reservation for this SC or ST community, they will not get adequate participation in the decision making process. That's why even now we are giving these types of reservation to them. Clear? What do you mean by reservation? Is it clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Reserved constituency. Is it clear to all? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So, Nirubama, can you read that portion, a reserved constituency? Yes.
Our constitution entitles every citizen to elect her or his representative and to be elected as a representative. The constitution makers, however, were worried that in an open electoral competition, certain weaker sections may not stand a good chance to get elected to the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies. They may not have the required resources, education, and contacts to contest and win elections against others. Those who are influential and resourceful may prevent them from winning elections. If that happens, our parliament and assemblies would be deprived of the voice of a significant section of our population. That would make our democracy less representative and less democratic. So the makers of our constitution thought of a special system of reserved constituencies for the weaker sections. Some constituencies are reserved for people who belong to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. In a SC reserved constituency, only someone who belongs to the scheduled caste can stand for election. Similarly, only those belonging to the scheduled tribes can contest an election from a constituency reserved for ST. Currently, in the Lok Sabha, 84 seats are reserved for the scheduled caste and 47 for the scheduled tribes. This number is in proportion to share in the total population. Thus, the reserved seats for SC and ST do not take away the legitimate share of any other social group. This system of reservation was extended later to the weaker sections at the district and local level. In many states, seats in rural and urban local bodies are now reserved for other backward classes as well. However, the proportion of seats reserved varies from state to state. Similarly, one-third of the seats are reserved in rural and urban local bodies for women candidates.
Is it clear to all? Any point, any doubt? Okay, can I go to the next topic? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that is about reserved constituency, and the next is about voters list. Have you heard about voters list? Voters list. Have you ever seen the voters ID card?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
ma'am.
This is my ID card. Can you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. This is an election ID card. Have you ever seen this types of ID card?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is a new one. That's why this much colorful. Old it is not like that. That have a black and white photo. This have a color photo. This is a new type of election identity card. Yes, Dita. Have you heard about that place?
Yes.
No? Very
Yes,
famous
ma'am.
place.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So there, when I shifted from there to here, after my marriage, I moved to Thrissur district. So what happened is normally my voters ID, voters list, from the voters list of that place, what they will do is they will delete my name. Because now I am not a resident of that place. Normally, I want to add my name in the new plan. Before every election, the parties, different political parties, people will come to your home for updating this voters list. If you are a new person to that place, or if your name is not there, what they will do is they will update it. We want to update. Next step is to decide who can vote. So the first important task related to an election procedure is, first they want to decide the constituency. And after deciding the constituency, the next step is to decide who can vote and who cannot vote. The two things we want to decide: who all can vote and who all cannot vote. Can you say who can vote in India? Who can vote? Are you able to vote?
No.
No. Hadi, can you vote? No. Why?
Ma'am, anyone who have attained the age 18.
Ah, yes. Only those who have completed the age of 18 can vote. All the people who are above the age of 18 can vote?
Those who have voter ID.
Voter ID, okay. Some other procedure. Voter ID is this is a voter's ID. This is given by the Election Commission of India, used as a proof for voting. But we can use other IDs also. That's why sometimes, have you heard? You are laughing, but after 10 years, you will also experience the same thing. Now we will think of what it is. So the election ID card also photos maybe. See this photo, this is a recent photo. Maybe the last my ID card's photo I took at the age of 18. So date. Then who all cannot vote? Not only voters ID. Okay, this is issued by the Election Commission, but we can use other ID proof also. You can use, I think, Aadhaar card or driving license. All these things can be used as an ID proof. Then who cannot vote?
Under the age of 18.
Under the age of 18, the people cannot vote. Okay, then.
Illegal.
Some criminals are not able to vote, and also the people with unsound mind. Unsound mind means some mental problem.
Mental.
The person with, we cannot use the term mental, we are using the term unsound mind. Okay, the people, those who are unsound mind, or some criminals. Criminals are, except especially, they are not able to vote. So the next class we can discuss it in detail. Okay, voters list. Unless you heard about that voters list. Okay, the next class we can read about it. Okay, reserved constituency is clear to you, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay then. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am.
Bye. Bye.